So the girl truck is up in the air. I'm going to rotate the tires and do an oil change. Everything else is good. Finished the maintenance on the lift, which was basically just a underneath inspection of cables and all of that, and greasing the pulley bushings. Easy enough job. I do have this Milwaukee Grease Gun. Does a great job. I am going to buy a quick connect grease fitting. Just to take you underneath the girl truck. Not too long ago, I replaced both transmission filters because the pan was leaking. While I was at it, I went ahead and put a pan with a drain on it. For anyone who has these four-wheel drive trucks, or any vehicle for that matter, I highly recommend buying a Fomonto valve. This thing, when it had the regular drain plug in it, as soon as you would drain it, it would hit the skid plate and just run everywhere. When I was doing it before I got the lift, I mean, you would have a very large pan under here and you'd still be hard to contain it all, because you would actually have oil running out of these holes and then all across the cross member. So with this, you buy the nipple type. I have a little hose that'll go right on the nipple, right, and right into my oil drain pan. This little plastic thing here is actually a lock. It comes right off. It keeps that lever from moving at all. Again, these are Fomonto valves, I believe is how they're pronounced. I'll put a link to one that I bought off of Amazon in the description. I have them on both of my trucks and on the motorhome as well. In the case of the motorhome, I do have a large pan that I drain it in, but this lever gives you the ability, once you have that hose attached, the motorhome holds 6 gallons of diesel oil. So that lever gives you the ability to drain the oil into smaller 1-gallon containers, or if that's what you want to do. I've run these for 15 years, I bet, on everything I own. So this is your standard 20-gallon Harbor Freight Pittsburgh. It is great, works good. I put a baffle in there so that you don't get any splash when the oil drains into it. It's just a foam oil baffle, I think is what it's called. This is great. I haven't emptied it yet. That is coming. I'm going to actually replace this handle with the type with a looks very similar to a fuel handle, like folks use on transfer pumps on their trucks, just to have more control when I hook air to it. I did install a shutoff here for when I am emptying it, if the container I'm putting it in gets full. Other than that, this is a pretty straightforward job. There are folks, the main purpose of this video is going to be a lift update video, I believe. So, with that being said, all the bushings are greased. You can actually see the grease come out of the top. So you got, again, these two two on the other end, and then one bushing on each corner. Other than that, the lift is phenomenal. I don't have anything bad to say about it. There are some people that wanted to see the actual pneumatic bridge jack in motion. I can say the bridge jack is rated at 4,500 pounds. It lifts front and back on the Dakota just as quickly, or I should say at the same rate that it lifts my Ram. So kind of have it set up here, as you can see. I'm under here primarily changing the oil, right? But while it's up in the air, I'm going to put the back on jack stands, and then after I drain the oil, I'll push the bridge jack to the front to get the front wheels off the ground. Then I'll just rotate tires. So I already have it in position here. One thing to show, if you ever have these that don't line up and they pull in and out, right? You can see I got this one pulled out just a little bit. The lift comes with these foam lifting blocks, and I've really used these a lot on compact cars. So if you can't use the actual lift hardware, you just take the foam pad and set it right there. And on my son's Pontiac Vibe, which is a Toyota Matrix, I cannot use the because his frame is too narrow, right? Or I should say his lifting points are too narrow. So I just use the blocks. They work well. Okay, so just to show the lift, simple enough. So right now, if I was using this, I would actually lower it down onto a lock, right? So you guys probably heard the lock. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, but basically to lower the jack all the way, here is your lock. You just open that up. To lower it down onto the lock, you just lower it, and there you go, which I'm not going to do at the moment, because what I'm going to do is put jack stands back there, and okay, so I will come back once I get this thing secure. So I lowered the back down on jack stands. It's nice and safe. Getting ready to drain the oil. At that time I will, once the oil is drained and the filter's off, I will lift the front wheels, just like the back, a couple inches off the ground. I don't need jack stands because this rolling bridge jack has locking points. So, in effect, it is its own jack stand. I've always been a Mobil 1 guy. I started this time buying the high mileage because the vehicle is at 80,000 miles. I always take a Lincoln welding pen and write down the date and the mileage. For this Dakota, Wix filters, the XP is what they recommend for synthetic oils. So a couple bucks more. In my opinion, Wix may be the best oil filter you can buy. What is on it now is a Mopar filter, because the last time I changed the oil, that's what I could easily find. I bought this particular Wix XP off of Amazon. O'Reilly's also carries it. So, since this video is kind of all over the place, the Fomento valve. Here's the little lock that just slides up there. Is it necessary? Who knows? In the unlikely event, it's spring loaded, but in the unlikely event that a piece of road debris would fly up and hit this just at the right angle and cause it to flip out of its locking position and drain all your oil, yeah, not gonna happen. If it does, I've never heard of it happening. They sell the locks separately for $1, the little plastic lock. So I put plastic locks on everything. So literally it's spring loaded, right? So it's in that little groove. I don't know if you can see it. And it's spring loaded. So definitely makes for a clean oil change. So while I'm under here, previous work I've done is power stop, calipers, slotted rotors, all that stuff still looks good. Kind of all over the place. Transmission pan, no leaks there. So while I got my grease gun out, I will look for greasable points, and there aren't many on this truck. As I search for them, I got my grease gun out. I will hit them up. Looks like the lower ball joints do not have them. I was thinking the top ball joints may. I'll take a look. If anyone has any questions about anything I'm doing here today, whether it's those Harbor Freight 10,000 lumen LED lights, the actual Dodge Dakota, or any of the maintenance that I've done on it over the years. My wife just loves this truck. I did put a Magnaflow exhaust system on it. It's never been in the shop. My motorhome, which is a 2003 model, I bought in 2009. Knock on wood, even though it's had some issues, there's never been anything that I haven't been able to repair myself. So, have any RV questions or anything, drop them down in the comments, send me an email, whatever. This is RV number 8, so I've had, travel trailers, truck campers, and pretty much Class C's and everything else in between. My 2018 Ram has been fairly trouble-free. I did have to put a windshield wiper motor in it, and most recently the hydraulic control unit for the ABS. Easy, straightforward job. I just thought I'd throw that into this video, which is primarily just to update some folks on the Advantage lifts. I've gotten some email questions, and comments. So again, not sponsored by these guys, but if you're going to buy a lift, any lift, I highly recommend the 4-post lift over the 2-post. Stability, safety, all that good stuff. When I used 2-post lifts, I always had to have carts all over the place to hold my tools and spare parts. This gives you a 20-foot long workbench, basically. Also, as you can see with the extra width of the 11,000, once I go to rotate these tires, I'll just be able to drop them down on the ramp and just roll them from side to side, vice picking them up and lifting them. So the front tires will be rotated to the back. The passenger side back will go to the driver's side front, and the driver's side back will go to the passenger side front. That's how Michelin and Ram recommend the rotation for their, not only Michelin for their tires obviously, but Dodge for their four-wheel drive trucks. So I think that's where I'm going to leave this video. The rest of the stuff is pretty straightforward. I'll get out my 22-foot Gorilla ladder is what I use to hang those other two lights. I will do something more permanent at some point, and probably run some outdoor outlets up there, etc. I just haven't done that, but it's on my to-do list. I do have pneumatic air ran in the garage, but I'm running a 100-foot hose out here for the bridge jack. Eventually I will also run air out here just because I'm lazy. Okay, if you're watching these videos, thank you. Please comment. If you have a comment, like the video, and if you want to subscribe. I'm not a YouTuber, but I started kind of viewing YouTube as free storage, right? So for videos, so where I used to take a lot of pictures to document projects to help out folks on their own projects. It's just as easy just to take a video and upload it on YouTube, and then you got the history there. For maintenance on vehicles, when you go to sell that vehicle, you know, that's your video proof of the maintenance that has been done to it. So anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe if you would like, and if there's interest, I will keep publishing these. Take care.